Hey everyone, this is Jevon Bowley, also known as J Diabolus Nemesis for Diabolus Speaks. This video. Now, before I get into this, I'm just going to quickly say that we're in lockdown here in New Zealand, so you're going to probably see a little bit more of me on all my channels, a little bit more. So I'm going to try and deliver some content with you for you guys, just so I don't go completely bonkers, and to keep you guys up to date. Now, if you don't know what the situation is, we're at an epidemic with COVID-19 or coronavirus or whatever you want to call it. I call it the Ling Lung Lurgy or the Wuhan flu or the communist cuck flu. or the Pekingese plague. Fucking hell. I know I should stop, but fucking who cares? So we're in isolation at the moment, and as you can see, it's not been very easy. People are breaking isolation still and defying the rules, and still not socially isolating and everything. And it's getting to that stage where the government are now adding a week on, and then they're extending it to probably the end of June, which I don't really know, but I'm digressing here on this subject. But yeah, I could go on and on and on about it. I'll do something about it very soon. But this video I've got in front of you, this strikingly attractive woman, or if you want to call her strikingly attractive, is Jillian Mythe F. Eppley. Now, if you don't know what Jilly Juice is, and if you don't know what this whole thing is, if you don't know what Jilly Juice is, it's a protocol. Now, it's meant to be supposedly a health protocol. The ingredients are simple. It's comprised of pink Himalayan salt, water, and cabbage, left to ferment for a few days, and it's meant to apparently cure the gay, or cure common diseases, cure AIDS, cure cancer, and blah blah. It's meant to be this miraculous cure, but it actually gives you sodium poisoning. Now, this was already detailed by Jeff Holiday, who did a series called A Song of Salt and Poo on his YouTube channel, and he was involved on Dr. Phil's episode on Jillian Eppley with Jilly Juice, and he came up with some compelling arguments, and he came up with some really compelling things, and he really gave some facts. And Jillian, being the delusional, narcissistic cult leader that she is, pretty much fucking just laughed it off, and she was like, "Oh, it's your opinion." No, it's not your opinion. This is where she just has major delusions of grandeur, and this is where she is actually quite dangerous. She doesn't really give two shreds of a shit if the person gets a negative effect from this, or things just regress really badly. The moment someone says something about it, she just yeets them out of the equation. Like, she just says, "Oh, you're not doing it right," and then they just they just get yeeted from the group with no care. The funny thing is with Jillian, however, she's now turning around saying that Jilly Juice is political, and yes, I'm Republican. Now, I'm not a staunch Republican. I'm not a staunch advocate of far right politics. My parents are, however, they're far right. And the funny thing is, this is where it gets really interesting. The far right politics basically is, meant to be, a little bit authoritarian, but, they still, champion free speech and everything, allegedly. However, they don't usually act like this. Republicans don't usually act like this. You usually hear this from Democrat supporters or far left supporters or communism supporters or social justice warriors. They usually have that sort of tact. And this is where things get a little jaded with Jillian because, I've spoken to people on the far right and they're actually quite reasonable and they're actually quite accepting to outside opinions. And, I've debated people from the far right in the past and they take debates on with a grain of salt and they they don't act like the far left. They don't dox people. They don't fucking shut down the arguments and they don't censor you in the process because that's what the far left do. The alt-right, far right, they don't do that. But Jillian, however, does. So the funny thing is she labels herself a Republican and she says Jilly Juice is political, yet it's just cabbage, salt, and water left to ferment for a few days, only to kill people. So let's go and see what jackass Jilly has to fucking say.
All right, so yes, the Jilly Juice, me on the protocol, has definitely taken on a more political overtone.
How so? Is it because you're yetting people from your group, censoring their opinions if they fall out of line, and you won't do a fucking thing about it? Okay. If that's political, then it's political. It's only just cabbage, Himalayan pink salt, and fucking water left to ferment. And it kills people, so obviously it's political for you because you're a dictator.
And I'll tell you what, two sisters that are in my group, not anymore, decided to tag team me today. But
how did they decide to tag team you? Oh, because they're getting negative effects from your little poop cult and their health is now under scrutiny and you just don't give two flying fucks. Okay. That makes you the victim. How, Jillian? No, it doesn't. You're the instigator, girl.
Both of them very, very Democrat. And that's...
Well, this is a funny thing. I don't really like the Democrats now, but you, however, are just something else.
It's fine. I don't care what it is that your political party or your orientation or any belief system, I don't care. If you're doing the Jilly Juice and you're going off and on it, okay, great. I'm not going to ride you.
Yet you yeet people for having health problems from your shitty little protocol. You're not really making very good definitions right here, and you're not really making yourself look good by playing the victim card while at the same time you're nuking people out of your group just because their health is under scrutiny because of your fucking shitty fucking protocol. You're not painting a very good picture here, Jillian.
But I'm going through a process, and I'm exemplifying and substantiating my process, my biochemistry.
I don't think you even know what biochemistry even means. I don't even think that you're even qualified to even fucking make that fucking assessment. Just like your other numerous bullshit claims that you have lied to the public about. You think that your cult can cure the gay and cure fucking cancer and cure AIDS and cure fucking whatever fucking disease is out there, but really you've been debunked by a top doctor and you've been debunked publicly, and yet you still carry on.
I've been through the hell and back.
No, you haven't. You have not been through hell and back. In fact, Jillian, you're the one that's causing people to go to hell and back. In fact, you're causing people to die. You're causing people to die. And people have died in this fucking dog shit fucking protocol. People have died. And yet, you don't seem to have any fucking issue with it whatsoever. And yet, you play the victim. Okay, Jillian. Okay.
I've been through all the healing symptoms.
Healing symptoms? Okay. Let's do a tally, shall we? Sodium poisoning. Explosive diarrhea. Fatalities. Other known fucking health issues. Yeah. I mean, there is a myriad of fucking health problems that your shitty little protocol fucking does, and yet you say that it's a healing process. The fuck it is, Jillian. The fuck it is. Oh, let me guess. If I just decided to do your shitty little protocol, since I have no gallbladder, would you say that my gallbladder would just grow back? Like you've said in previous statements saying if it can help you regrow limbs. No, it can't. Shut up.
I've stayed stuck with the protocols.
Yeah, because you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof, are you? You inhuman shit.
Stuck with the staying on the diet.
How is the waterfalls going for you? Have you prolapsed your asshole yet? Yeah, I feel sorry for your husband if he wanted anal.
I have dealt with the backlash.
Backlash. Oh, come on. You're not the victim here. Here we go again with the victim complex. Here is my world's smallest violin. Can you fucking hear it? Can you actually hear my world's smallest violin? Yeah. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's my world's smallest violin. It's me doing this. Yeah, that's my world's smallest violin, Jillian. That's me not giving a fuck about your shitty little victim narrative. Because you're full of garbage. You're a fucking liar. You've caused people to die. You've caused people to have myriads of health problems. You've taken people off their medications, which would have helped them to save their lives, or which would have helped them to get healthy to fucking begin with. And yet, you play the victim. And yet, the backlash you've gotten has been justified. And you've deserved the backlash. And this is coming from a guy that gets backlash in the metal community. For fuck's sakes. Shut up. Shut up, Jillian. You fucking muppet.
Been to 2 different courts regarding my book as well as...
Oh, you deserve to go to fucking court. In fact, I'm actually very surprised that you haven't gone to jail for fucking murder or fucking involuntary manslaughter, you fucking killer.
Anything else. I have dealt with and answered to the media. I have done...
Oh, really? Okay, you've given them bullshit. You've given the media fucking bullshit. And yet you play this Woe is me, I'm the victim because people hate me. People fucking hate me because people hurt my feelings. Wah! Wah! I'm such a victim. Wah! Wah! I'm a victim. That's you, Jillian. Because you're a snowflake, bitch.
Done a lot. I have earned my place to.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my. Really? Really? We're not even a minute into this steaming pile of dog shit. And she's saying that she's earned her place. No, you haven't. No, you fucking haven't, you fucking weapon. You absolute fucking weapon. You have not earned your fucking place. You fucking fraud. You have not earned your place in this world. You have not earned your place in this. Because you harm people. You fucking weapon. Fuck me. We're not even a minute into this. And I'm already giving her such a scathe. Fuck me. Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Political say in something that goes on in my world.
To be brutally honest, Jillian, I don't really give a fuck about your world. With what you fucking do to people, you are a fucking cancer in this world. You are the worst person to ever walk this fucking earth. And yet, I thought I was a bad fucking guy. I thought I was a piece of fucking shit. Hang on a sec. I thought I was a piece of shit. Obviously, I'm fucking Saint Christopher as opposed to the likes of you. Egotistical much?
Now, when you have somebody in your own group that is not really doing the protocol, they're doing it half-assed.
Jillian, I'm going to really clarify this, and I'm going to back up this statement because your protocol is shit. Your protocol harms people. How is that half-assed? All you're doing is you're putting cabbage in with pink Himalayan salt, with water, left to ferment, and you drink it. How is that hard? You clearly set this out from the onset. How do you think that is half-assed? How do you think health problems are half-assed doing your shitty fucking protocol? You wrote the handbook. People are following the handbook to the letter. Yet people still get fucking sick from it. And yet you think that it's half-assed by doing 3 fucking steps, if that? Nah. I'm not buying it for 1 fucking second.
They don't like the fact that, yes, I am a Republican.
I don't think it's that at all. Dude, I don't think it's that at all. I think it's your fucking actions of what you're fucking doing. What you're doing is you're fucking yeeting people out of the group just because they're criticizing you for your dog shit fucking protocol. They're not calling you out because of you being a Republican. They're calling you out because you're a fraud. Your whole thing is a health scare. I'm actually surprised that the World Health Organization hasn't come in and kicked your door in and taken you out the back of the bike sheds to put a fucking bullet in your head. Seriously, Jillian, it is not about your fucking political leanings. It is about your fucking actions. Your actions and your political leanings are two different things. It is about what you are doing to people's health. It has nothing to do with your fucking politics. Christ, you're a fucking retard.
Because that is the protocol.
No, it isn't. It is not a political regime. It's a an alleged health protocol. It is just cabbage, Himalayan salt, and fucking water left to fucking ferment for 3 days for people to drink. It is not a political organization. It is not a political narrative. You're not a political person. You're a fucking gluttonist. Shut up.
The protocol is Republican.
No, it's not. It is not fucking Republican. In fact, I think you're a little bit more authoritarian than you give yourself credit for. Republicans don't do this. Far-right people don't fucking do this. Conservatives don't fucking do this. Far-leftists definitely do this. And you do this, Jillian. You do this because you just don't want to hear the fucking problems, and you just don't have any accountability for for your own actions, and you just don't want to be criticism. You don't want to bear any criticism because you are a communist. You're a fucking hypocrite.
It's about taking personal accountability.
Okay, like you're one to fucking talk, Jillian. Like you're one to really talk about personal accountability, Jillian. You're not even... You don't even account for the deaths that you have caused, the numerous health problems that you've caused, the numerous strokes that you have fucking caused. You're not accountable for anyone's actions, let alone yours. Don't virtue signal, you fucking mongoloid.
Sticking to law and order.
Yeah, more like Comrade Eppley. You're worse than the Stasi, you fucking weapon.
Not sticking to emotions and...
Emotions, nah. It's sticking to facts and actual evidence that you are killing people. Wasn't there a man that died in agony on your protocol, Jillian, and you didn't give two flying shits about it, and you reveled in it? You fucking evil bitch.
And living life through that reality.
I don't think you even know what reality is, you delusional cow.
It's all about emotions and...
No, it's not about emotions. It's about the fact that you're fucking damaging people for the greater good and you're killing people off like flies. I don't even think that you're in any position to fucking call it a political regime, and I don't even think that you're in any position to fucking comment on anything at all, Jillian. In fact, what you're doing is fucking outright illegal, and I'm actually surprised that you haven't been sent to San Quentin just so you can get on the electric couch.
And bleeding heart, which, okay, is fine for a certain amount of time.
Bleeding heart, shut up.
But not indefinitely. Okay, so yes, my policies have changed.
You know, your policies are still the same. You're an authoritarian fucknut with no fucking clue with what you're fucking saying. You're just a delusional fucking shithead that has nothing to fucking do whatsoever. You're a fraud. You're a narcissist. You're a fucking cult leader. Fucking Jesus, I'm 2 minutes in. Why am I fucking delving into this already? I'm already 2 minutes into this fucking dog pile. And I think I pretty much hit the nail on the head so far.
Because my protocol has caused a different biochemical shift.
biochemical shift, more like causing strokes, more like causing heart problems, more like causing death, more like causing sodium poisoning, violent diarrhea, and another myriad of health problems which have been pretty much proven by top medical people, and yet you're still allowed to practice. And yet you turn around and say that you're such an expert. Nah, shut up.
Shift. And if you want to stay with your politics,
yet you are such an advocate for freedom. You're such an advocate for freedom, Jillian. You're such an advocate for such freedom. And, this is where you deprive people of their freedom by you killing people. And yet when they come at you to, explain to yourself, what do? You just excommunicate them like a pedophile at the Catholic Church. And you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit at all. That's how heartless you are. And this is not emotion. This is people calling you the fuck out. This is people calling you out for your fucking shit. And yet, you're the bad person. Nah.
And your biochemistry.
You're not an expert. Shut up.
You're not going to be doing the J juice at the level that you need.
The level that you need by giving themselves health problems, or what level do they need it to get to enough to the point where they actually fucking die from it? What level are you talking about here? You're not explaining yourself in any given way possible. Jillian, you're a stone cold killer. I'm actually surprised that you haven't shared a nice 8x8 with Big Bertha and turning you into a fucking fist and turning you into a sock puppet, you fucking mental case. Jesus fuck.
Need to. And let me tell you, I had two ladies. One lady was just like, I didn't know I belonged to now a group that's all Republican.
I call bullshit on that. I think if she just looked at some of your content alone, I think she would have just turned around and go, am I really doing this? Am I really doing this fucking shit? Why did this go on Dr. Phil? Dr. Phil's a worldwide television show. You wound up on Dr. Phil and you got chewed the fuck out by Dr. Phil. You got an L handed to you, and yet you're using the political narrative for your own gain. Okay, sure.
Okay, fine. See you later. Bye.
Nah, it wouldn't have been that. It was because you would have excommunicated them because they didn't fit in your little compliant narrative.
She's not really doing the J juice anyway.
I wonder why. She was a smart one for not even doing your fucking shitty juice.
At the level that she needs.
Well, what level would that be? Fatal levels? Levels to where that person would have died and you would have laughed at it? Yeah. You're not really giving a good description here.
Needs to. She's using it as a cure.
Isn't that what you touted, though? Isn't that what you said? I'm going to do a wee bit of a search here. All right, Dr. Phil Jilly Juice. Here we go. All right, let's look at the preview, shall we? This is where it gets very interesting.
So you ask people, this is 2.5 cups, and you want people to build up to drinking a gallon of this a day.
Right, because the thing is, people are very malnourished. What's going on is you're so immunocompromised, you're not absorbing all the nutrition. That's why you see mutation from people. And so when you actually... When you actually fled.
Oh, just the fucking price of Dr. Phil taking a whiff of that shit. Oh, poor cunt. Let me scroll it back.
And so.
You poor fucking guy. That would have smelled like my fucking shit. So when my IBS plays up, that just that I don't even have to make that up, make any of that myself, and that already probably does smell like a wet fart or just a jar full of diarrhea. You poor guy.
When you actually.
They just laughed. Poor fucking guy. Taking one fucking whiff of that. Poor motherfucker. Poor Daddy Phil.
Fled your system, you're actually feeding your body what it wasn't ordinarily getting, because you're being undermined by parasites, you're being undermined by all the different toxins that are attacking you at the cellular level.
So here's the protocol. The Jilly Juice, 2 cups a day, work up to a gallon.
Yes.
Diet, which is certain raw nuts, seeds, oils, certain fruits, vegetables,
yes.
Certain meats. Healing management, prepare for pain, manage, change the juice amount, purge the mutations. So you acknowledge that they're going to feel really not great when they start drinking this.
What I'm acknowledging is.
Fuck. That actually made me choke. Just looking at this fucking jar. Just looking at that jar. It looks like I squatted over it. And I just let my bowels just fucking go to complete town. And mix it with water and green food coloring. It looks like shit. It looks horrible. Ew.
Is that we're redefining the role of pain in our world, because what
I don't think you do, Jillian.
you do with pain right now is you squelch it with a pill, powder supplement, or opioid.
Okay,
right?
but you're saying they're not going to feel well when they drink this
They're
at
going to
first.
feel different.
They're not going to feel well. Just taking a look at that kind of makes me feel unwell. Ugh.
They're going to feel healing.
How is that healing? How is that healing? I don't think that has any healing qualities whatsoever. But anyway, back to this video.
The other lady was like, well, I'm becoming more left than I am right. Totally.
Okay, Jillian. Okay, whatever you fucking say.
The opposite of you, just little snarky comments.
No, they're not snarky comments about your politics. They're snarky comments about the fact that your whole entire poop cult is full of shit. And it is full of shit. It's a complete lie. It's a scam. You're running a scam. You're harming people in the process. You're fucking doing dangerous things to people with this protocol, and yet you don't see the ramifications of your actions, Jillian. This is what you do. You own and operate a dangerous scam. Get the net.
And they're like, well, I want to see some testimony. She was like, well, I don't.
Testimonies. Where's that testimony? Here we go. I'm going to Dr. Phil, Jilly Juice testimonies. I think it's this one. Here we go. Might be this one.
When you do the Jilly Juice and you have detox symptoms, it includes diarrhea, chills, sometimes even fever.
Autism, delusional bullshit. Lady, you're a brainwashed simpleton. fuck off.
There's a lot of salt.
Who puts that much salt in a fucking juice? That is
There's a lot of water.
Dangerous fucking shit. Holy fuck. What the hell?
That is induced into your body.
Oh, fucking hell, man. That is unhealthy.
That will cause...
And I bet you that tastes like complete dog shit too.
A bit of a headache.
Yeah. Sodium poisoning, lady. Sodium poisoning. You get a headache from sodium poisoning. Because you're dehydrating your body. You're not introducing good sodium into your body. You're introducing bad sodium into your body. And it's medically proven. Sodium poisoning.
A little bit of a nauseating.
I wonder why. I wonder fucking why with that amount of fucking salt put into that fucking juice. It's going to cause you to have a lot of health problems. It is common sense. Fucking boomers.
Feeling my body is a little bit swollen.
I wonder why it's swollen, because of all the salt that you've ingested. It's like fucking swimming in salt.
When you are waterfalling, you
More like diarrhea.
are purging out.
You're not purging, you're crapping out your fucking stomach lining. It's called diarrhea, Jillian.
With some force, the things that do not belong in your body.
Gulp, 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 gulp. Gulp your way into a heart attack, lady. And it's not from the fact that you're fat. It's the fact that you're gulping down that shit.
Well, Jillian, the creator of Jilly Juice, says part of the protocol after drinking the concoction is purging, which clears the gut of parasites and fungus. But Karen...
Fungus? She thinks that we have fungus in our body. Well, we do have some funguses, but not like shiitake mushrooms or anything.
and Mickey say the purging process almost caused them to pass out.
I wonder why.
Jillian targets the sick and the weak.
There we go. This is the good ones.
She goes after people who are desperate for a cure.
Yep, that's what she does, girl.
I originally started doing the Jilly Juice in order to do a proper detox.
It's not a detox. It's a fucking health. It's a health scare.
And whatever Jillian was saying made a lot of sense. How harmful could cabbage juice be?
Yep, it is harmful the way that she sets it out. It is harmful. I agree with that.
My experience with Jilly Juice was horrible.
It would be. It would be very horrible for you, and I'm sorry for that to happen.
It tasted like swamp water.
Obviously. By looking at it alone, it probably tastes like three-day-old moldy diarrhea.
I've always called it sewer water.
3-day-old moldy diarrhea by the looks of it, but continue.
The more I took of it, the longer I would be in the bathroom.
I had nothing but trouble. My kidneys hurt, my pancreas hurt.
Yeah.
I had a headache that I could not get rid of.
Pain, cramps. I felt like there was a spike in my head.
My blood pressure was so high. My face was drooping. I was slurring my words. I wasn't going to have a stroke for Jill.
That's what sodium poisoning does. And yeah, that's what Jilly Juice does. Causes strokes. And it could kill you.
My hand was numb. It was tingling. The fingers, I couldn't pry them apart. They were stuck together. I talked to the doctor, and he says, I think we need an MRI. They were able to definitively see the fact that there were 2 strokes.
Fuck. That is bad. And I know someone in I had a family member die of a stroke many years ago. And holy fuck. And actually, I can actually say this. I actually had a friend who was actually an ex-girlfriend of mine back in 1999, and she died of a stroke in 2015. And she was not much older than I was, and she passed away. And she was married with children, and she was a really good friend of mine, and she was a really good person. So, this is the sort of thing that can kill you. And strokes are not a fucking good thing to happen. And, this protocol can kill people. This protocol can seriously kill people. And I'm glad that this person survived their strokes. But Jillian, let's continue on.
When I went to my cardiologist, he was the one that said, yes, dehydration happens with that much salt. When I did...
Oh yeah. Totally. It's depriving you of salt. It's depriving you of water in your body. Dehydration, not a good thing. And yet Jillian says that, it hydrates you, or whatever she says.
Finally talked to Jillian. I was just trying to warn her, you really need to make sure you protect yourself.
Yeah, and did Jillian listen?
Her reaction was, well, you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Jillian, you cunt.
I've got plenty of lawyers.
Oh yeah, hide behind your lawyers because you lack any accountability, you gutless coward.
And she says, you were supposed to keep drinking the juice. That was just a symptom. You didn't.
A symptom? A fucking symptom? A fucking symptom. A stroke, a fucking symptom. You fucking weeaboo.
Die? I said,
what? Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I didn't die. Am I supposed to die to prove your theory?
Well,
that is some fucking evil shit just right there. I take things on the chin a lot of the time, but holy fuck. Even the thickest skin can even be thin-skinned every once in a while. And this is the case. What the fuck?
Well, ladies, thank you for being here. Anything you want to respond to that you've heard so far?
Okay, you guys had positive results.
Positive results. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I want classes as positive results.
I think that's absolutely fantastic. And
Delusional.
And I applaud you, and I think that's wonderful. But you need to take responsibility.
Wait. Fat one, menopausal. Skinny Asian lady, definitely menopausal.
Responsibility for the people you're hurting instead of kicking them out, telling them they're wrong, telling us we did something wrong, and it's our fault. It's not our fault.
Just looking at that face of utter contempt and utter lack of care on Jillian's face, it's cold. It is cold. It is seriously just a cold, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I am just going to make money, bitch. And I just don't give a shit.
It's your fault because you...
It is her fault. It is Jillian's fault. It is majorly Jillian's fault. But does Jillian give a shit? Nah.
You lied to us.
Oh yeah, Jillian did lie. And Jillian is going to continually lie. She's lying to thousands of people. She's lying to a lot of people. And these people pay her good money to lie. And Jillian just doesn't care. She just has no fucking accountability for her actions whatsoever. And she just doesn't give a shit if that person died tomorrow. Do you think that is going to change anything? I do sympathize for this woman, though. I do sympathize for this victim, however. I don't sympathize for Jillian, and my sympathy has gone right out the window for Jillian.
Okay, so substantiate the lie that was told.
Really? Fucking really? Really? What the fuck?
Told.
That it can't hurt anyone, and it certainly could never kill you.
Well, here's the thing, honey.
And the condescending tone begins. You fucking twat.
Did you read all my
Don't
files?
call me honey.
Did you read all my
Don't
files?
call me honey.
Did you read all my files in the group?
Yes, and I listened to those nauseating videos.
Yeah. They are nauseating. They are nauseating. They are just cringe. They're just fucking cringe.
Nauseating.
For hours.
So your intention was really
Jillian, I don't think you're in a position to judge on someone's intentions when your intentions are paved with shit. I don't think you're in any position to judge on anyone's intentions, yet your intentions are pretty bad. You're acting on bad intentions, Jillian. Pot calling the kettle black, in my opinion.
to reinforce your belief system, but you try this with a
Here we go with the reinforce your belief system, and yet, blah, 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 you're picking at stabs at me, blah, 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 blah. Jillian, you deserve all the criticism that you get, so shut up and take it like a fucking person. You fucking humanoid.
Hail Mary without...
Yet you are such giving the holy grail of miracle cures with a plant and a bucket load of fucking Himalayan salt and water out of a kettle, and yet you've caused people to have strokes, you've caused people to have other health problems, you've caused people to die from it, and yet you're virtue signaling? Fuck you, buddy.
Really
nope, not a Hail Mary at all.
It was
I
a Hail
brew
Mary to you.
Every day. I brew.
I don't even remember even interacting with you.
I don't even remember never interacting with you. It's because you just want to play the whole deny and subvert card just so you can virtue signal, Jillian. You're not in any position to comment on anyone and comment against the victims because you're just playing the victim at this point. It's not doing you any justice and it's not making you look honorable either. So sit the fuck down. Oh, that's right. You're already sitting down, but you're still not listening.
That's right, you don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me why you started this to begin with.
I have really bad fibromyalgia, and the doctors have tried several things and they don't work at all. And there'll be days I can't get out of bed.
And so when you started ingesting this, it was difficult.
Oh, horribly difficult.
And what happened?
The first time, I threw up.
Of course. Looking at it alone makes you want to purge badly.
It took a while to sip at it.
Did it look like this?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And then what?
Yuck.
What started happening that caused you to stop?
The first symptoms were that there's this bone chilling cold. The headaches, of course, the waterfalls, which are just horrible diarrhea.
And I thought my IBS was bad. And I thought my fucking IBS was fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. Taking this juice would... Yeah. And I'm lucky that I got IBS. Doing this protocol would probably make it worse. God damn.
Rashes. This headache that would come on, and I couldn't think straight. I wasn't able to communicate properly for sometimes half a day.
And did you ask about this? Did you contact Jillian?
Oh, definitely.
And what was the response?
We were told those were healing symptoms. You're doing fantastic. Keep it up. You're gonna get through this, and everything will be fine. It can't hurt you.
Why did you ultimately stop?
I ultimately stopped because one afternoon I was sitting on the sofa. Sorry. And I was talking to my husband on the phone, and I was slurring my words so bad. And he said, take your blood pressure. And I took my blood pressure, and it was 205 over 185.
That's fucking bad. That is bad.
Oh, Lord. And I knew I was just a minute from a stroke.
205 over fucking goddamn. Oh my. And Jillian gets away with this. Jesus Christ.
I don't really have any testimonies because I'm not really staying on the diet. Well,
how can people not understand the diet? It's simple as fuck. Jesus wept.
okay then. So let me express my politics through.
Again, Jillian, this is not about politics. This is about your fact that your cult is full of shit. Jesus Christ.
Through my biochemistry, the J juice.
Nah, the death juice. Get it right.
And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, then maybe you should drink more juice.
Really? So, by your definition, they have to drink more juice until they up and cark it just to prove you right. Okay.
Okay? And so whatever, it is what it is. But
It isn't what it is, Jillian. It isn't what it is. You say that it's this miracle cure on one hand, and then you say it's not. But you say that it can cure the gay. It can cure cancer. You can regrow limbs. You can regrow your genitals. You can cure cancer. You can cure Alzheimer's and all these fucking very known diseases that have got cures, or they have got methods to help them survive properly for their quality care of life. Yet, when you tell people to jump on this fucking thing, they have more health problems than they collectively bargained for, and they up and cark it, or they wind up having strokes, or they wind up in worse health than what they are. Jillian, you're not medically trained. Jeff has pointed this out. A doctor on a TV show has pointed this out. Health specialists have pointed this out. How are you still trading is fucking beyond me.
have substantiated why it is that I am backing Trump.
I don't even think Trump would even back you on this, you fucking weeaboo. You are a fucking scumbag.
Because you have to look at transferable skills in your leaders. Okay? You really do. And if your leaders have a track record of who they represent over time as far as just, what they've done politically. Okay?
Donald Trump wouldn't touch this with a 50-foot barge pole. Not many people would touch this with a 50-foot barge pole if they have a brain inside their fucking head. In fact, I think I'm actually very surprised that the FBI hasn't come and kicked your door down and carted you off to the gulag, you fucking threat to society.
Then you take a look and you juxtaposition what they've done in the past. I mean, that's kind of...
Yeah, you have done worse. Should I give you some examples? Nah, it's already been done.
How you determine the future in a lot of ways is from the past, and then what are you doing today to kind of change up the future so it's not more of the past? Now, you have to have enough traction in the past to give somebody an idea of what the future is going to be like.
By your methodology and with the Jilly Juice the way it is, I don't even think most of those people have much of a future once they kick the bucket, because you're just causing them to die. So I don't think you're in much of a position to really call that one out, Jillian.
Okay? I mean, if you're going to date a major criminal
like you,
who has multiple felonies, who has
and I'm surprised that hasn't happened to you yet,
murdered somebody,
which you have done,
you're probably not going to want to marry them or bring...
How are you fucking married? I have no idea. I'm actually surprised that your husband would even open those fucking legs, let alone put up with the likes of a delusional cunt like you. How are you even born?
Them into your world, because you may see some of that come to surface during your time with them.
I'm actually surprised that your fucking husband hasn't divorced you on the fact that you've killed people in your little bitch cult. Fuck, you're a delusional sack of shit, Jillian. Why am I still doing this fucking video? I should go to bed. Fuck this.
So you make a decision not to engage.
How people engage with you is pretty one-sided. They either toe the line or they get yeeted. That's what you do, Jillian. You're a yeeter.
Okay? Well, that's the same thing with any leader.
Yeah. You're a leader, alright, Jillian. You're a leader of a death cult. Death cult Armageddon, bitch.
Even with the Jilly Juice leader.
Jilly Juice leader. I pledge allegiance to the flag of United States of Jilly Juice. I swear under one dictator, one fucking caliphate, one communist regime, my freedom of speech is impeded. I have no freedoms, no rights to criticize, no rights to ask questions. I'm in the Stasi. Hail dear leader Jilly Juice.
You want to see a track record. You want to see how...
Yeah, I wonder why they want to see a fucking track record, you fucking melt. It's because what you have done is not proven any facts. You don't have any credibility whatsoever. You don't have any credentials to back up your studies. You don't have any fucking thing whatsoever. Yet you turn around and say that, oh, this thing can regrow limbs. This thing can fucking cure cancer and cure the gay and cure this and cure that. Where's the facts? Where are these citations to back any of this up with your fucking product? Where is the facts? Oh, that's right. You don't have any. You have nothing, Jillian. You have absolutely nothing. And it's been proven. Because you're just a fucking capitalist. Yes, I do support capitalism, but you're an evil capitalist, Jilly. You are a evil evil tyrant.
How the Jilly Juice leader handles specific things. And if it were
Yep. Hang on a sec.
works with you, great, you'll do the protocol. If it doesn't, then you won't do the protocol. I mean, I don't force anyone to do anything.
Yet you turn around and excommunicate those who criticize your little poop cult. Okay?
You know, you have the information, you'll do it, just like a Republican.
Be right with you, Jilly. Alright, proceed.
No one's forcing you to cater to these people. No one's forcing
Yet, when people come at you with negative results, do you give a shit? No.
you to have to respond to people. No one forced you have to make them like you.
No, but people don't like you when they come at you fucking with health problems. And what do you give them? Shit.
You go and find your like kind and you cater to them.
Sorry, that doesn't work like that, Jillian. It does not work like that at all. It does not fucking work like that in the slightest, Jillian. The way you run your business is you fucking scam people for a living and you cause them to die. You just take their money and you run with it. And do you give a shit about your customers? No, you fucking don't. In fact, you just turn around and fucking excommunicate them out of the fucking group because they come at you with their health problems and you just don't care. You just don't give a flying fat fuck, Jillian. You are an evil, evil fucking person. You deserve the vitriol that you get because of your actions. Actions speak louder than fucking words, Jillian. You are a sociopath.
And if someone doesn't like you, who cares? Don't give them what they want.
Really? Really, Jillian? Really, fucking Jillian? Now, I've owned a couple of businesses, and one was just taking off at the time, and I had clientele. I had good clientele. Now, I've had some bad clients over the years where they've turned around and complained that my work wasn't up to par, and I've had to go out of my way to rectify those issues, and it's called rapport, Jillian. It's called rapport. Now, like, say for example, if I bought this vape and it was defective, and I went back to the person that I bought it from, and they turned around and said, "Oh, no, we don't give a fuck, blah 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 blah, fucking stick it, go fuck yourself." That would be bad business. They would be liable for not adhering to any warranties, any fucking guarantees that are set forth, and they wouldn't give two shits. Now, I'll tell you another story. But over a year ago, I've had this vape for a while, and I still use it from time to time. And I had a problem with this one's predecessor. It was a Revenge Go, okay? And I only had it for like, I don't know, a few months. and the internal battery decided to shit itself. So when I spoke to the guys that my girlfriend at the time bought it from, I got the statement for it, and they happily were obliged to replace it for me. In fact, they were kind enough to send me free batteries with my vape, which was very generous of them because batteries aren't exactly cheap. I think these 18650 batteries at 3 volt were probably like about $15-20 at value. But they gave me this for free, and they were kind enough to do that for me. So, you know, it's all about creating rapport with your clientele. I've had to create rapport with my clientele when I worked in IT. And when I worked in IT, you have to cater to them, and you have to help your clients as much as possible. If they come at you and saying that your work is not up to their standard, you have to make it up to their standard, and you have to honor it. What you've done, Jillian, was you did not honor it. You did not create any rapport, and you only just wanted to hear what gullible, blind, submissive people wanted to hear. You are a communist, Jillian. You don't care about people if they have health issues. That's bad rapport. You haven't built good rapport with the customers that you've shit on. You've shat on these customers. That doesn't make you a good businesswoman, Jillian.
Okay, so it's interesting. I'm kind of glad that I've come out as far as my politics, because it's taken
Who gives a fuck about your politics?
me a while, because I really did not know which direction I'm coming from. But I knew as soon as I took a side,
What side? The far right side, where you've pretty much claimed that you are, but really you're on the opposite side. In fact, you're far on the opposite side. I think you're actually a communist.
someone was going to get mad at me. That's
Who cares about your fucking feelings, sweetheart?
why I never took a side before. That's why I had a
Yeah, your intentions are that of a scumbag leftist.
very much of a trouble-taking side.
Which are the left, they're the trouble-taking side, and you're trouble by default, so yeah.
Even early on, except for the anti-vax, because I was taking
You're clearly anti-vax, and you're clearly pro-death.
sides in that. But now, as far as just like, politics, when it comes to mainstream politics,
Again, fuck your politics, I don't care.
now I can comfortably take a side, because no matter what, you're going to have to take a side, life or death.
And you chose death.
Those are the two sides you're going to have to take. And then your homeland and your
Fucking shut up.
body. So it's life and death, homeland and body.
You're not in a position to talk about the body. Shut up, Jillian. Shut up.
And then it's then holding everybody accountable for their part in all of this.
No, the only thing that they're accountable is them coming at you with the facts, and you just don't give a shit. You're not fooling anyone, Jillian.
Okay? And then we look for evidence.
Your evidence pertaining to who? You? I don't think you know what your evidence is about. I don't even think that you have any evidence. You don't have the credentials to back your fucking shit up, and yet you're just going on this notion that you're a fucking perpetual know-it-all, and yet evidence that you come up is hyperbole. And what you're doing, Jillian, is actually harmful. Obviously, Jillian, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut up.
Now the evidence can be spun.
Yeah, well, you're the one that does all the spin doctoring, eh, sweetheart? You're not fooling anyone, Jillian. You're not intelligent. You're an idiot.
Not everybody is 100% responsible of what.
And yet you're so responsible. You're so compassionate. And you're so understanding of people's health. Jillian, don't lie.
Why things are the way they are.
No, you're the arbiter of what you make, Jillian. You are the maker of your own destiny, and you chose the wrong path. You went down the wrong path, and you fucked everyone over in the process. You are a viper.
But when someone said, well, look at Mitch McConnell, he represents
Shut up. Stop name dropping, you fucking melt.
Kentucky, and Kentucky's all crapped out.
Who cares?
And I'm like, look at California.
Stop fucking location dropping. I'm getting tired of this.
California is all like crapped out, and
you're not fucking talking about politics, and I'm not going to get into that sort of debate. Jillian, you're not a politician. You're not an activist. You're a cunt.
And having homeless and, all.
Stop using those as your counterpoints. You're not a political regime. You're a poop cult.
All this other stuff. But then those two aren't even, equitable as far as the economies in each of those.
What are you? What? What?
Kentucky is this little tiny state. That sells.
Gosh, this is insane rambling. This is just retarded, fucking incoherent ramblings now. Fucking hell. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm fucking suffering for you people.
I don't know, what is it? Jack Daniels or something?
Right.
I don't know if that's really true, but it's not.
No, it isn't. Why the fuck did you say it to begin with?
Like they don't have the same economy as California. California.
No, I'm not getting into that.
It's a huge, like its own. It's like the 7th largest economy in the world or something, right?
That may be, but you're not in a fucking juxtaposition to really fucking say anything about it. You're not qualified. You're just wearing the tinfoil hat, and I got a wee nice gift for the purpose. You want to unwrap it?
So when you have a state like California, we have so much resources, and yet you still have.
Fuck, why am I doing this to myself? You know what? I'm going to end it right here because Jillian is just not making any fucking sense. I don't know why I'm suffering for this. Putting up with this fucking bullshit is just fucking ridiculous enough. I'm tiring myself out just listening to this. And I'm just going around in fucking circles. Fuck me, man. Alright. I'm going to bed. I'm done. And what was the time? Oh, fucking 6 minutes something. Oh, man. 6 minutes into this, dude. And I'm already striking out. Fuck this. I'm out. Screw this shit. See ya.